Hello my dear students, today we are going to discuss about molecular mass and mole concept. So let's see one by one. The first one, the molecular mass. What is molecular mass? The molecular mass of a substance is the sum of atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of the substance. It is therefore the relative mass of molecule expressed in the atomic mass unit, that is small u. The molecular mass of HNO3, that is nitric acid. So how can we calculate? What is the definition of molecular mass? The molecular mass of the molecule is that the addition or the sum of atomic mass of all the atoms which are present in that molecules. So here we are seeing the example of HNO3. Here how many atoms are there? There are 5 atoms. 3 atoms of oxygen, 1 atom of nitrogen and 1 atom of hydrogen. So we have to add all the atomic masses of the all atoms. So first of all we will add the atomic mass of hydrogen, then plus the atomic mass of nitrogen, then 3 into the atomic mass of oxygen. So what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1, and the mass of nitrogen is 14, and the mass of oxygen is 16. So there are 3 atoms of oxygen, that's why we will multiply 16 into by 3. So that's why 1 plus 14 plus 48, so is equal to 63 atomic mass unit. So this is simple of molecular mass. So next, mole concept. My dear students, when you went in the market, you can buy a 4 kilogram of tomato, 2 liter milk and 1 dozen banana. So in this quantity you can see that the kilogram, liter and dozen all are the units. So such like mole is one type of unit. So what is 1 mole? So 1 mole is equal to molecular mass in a gram. So what is 1 mole of salt, that is NaCl? How can we calculate? So you know that the 1 mole of a salt is equal to the molecular mass of NaCl. So how can we calculate molecular mass? So the molecular mass is nothing but the addition of atomic mass of all the atoms. So the atomic mass of sodium is 23, atomic mass of chlorine is 35, so it will be 58. So the 1 mole of NaCl is nothing but the 58. So 1 mole of NaCl is 58 gram. Now what is 1 mole of water? That is H2O. So the molecular mass of H2O is, there are 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen is present. So the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So 2 into 1 plus 16. So the total will be 18. So 1 mole of H2O will be 18 gram. Now the mole concept by the number of particles. So how can we calculate the number of particles of that molecules? So the number of particles of that molecule is calculated by the mass of the substance divided by mass of one molecule. So let's calculate by the salt. See the example, the number of salt, that is NaCl molecule, is equal to mass of 1 mole of salt divided by mass of 1 salt molecule. So it will be equal to 58 divided by 58, and it will be equal to 1 relative mass of 1 hydrogen atom, because 58 get cancelled, that's why 1 hydrogen atoms. Now we will see the mole concept according to the number of particles of that molecules. So the number of particles of that molecule can be calculated by the formula mass of the substance divided by mass of one molecule. So let's see the example of salt. The number of salt molecules can be estimated by the mass of 1 mole of salt divided by mass of 1 salt molecule. So it will be equal to 58 upon 58. So it is the relatively mass of one hydrogen atom. So one hydrogen atom, the mass of one hydrogen atom is 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. If we put this value, so the calculation will be 58 gram upon 58 into 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So it will be equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. See the next example of water molecule. The number of water molecules is equal to, can be calculated by the mass of one molecule, 1 mole water divided by mass of one water molecule, and it will be also equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. So even though in any example 1 mole of any substance will be 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. So what is this number? This magic number is nothing but the Avogadro's constant or the Avogadro's number. Now the mole concept according to the volume occupied by the 1 mole of gases. This is only works for the gases. So the 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liter at STP. So what is STP? STP is standard temperature and pressure. So temperature at 0 degree Celsius and the pressure will be 1 atmospheric pressure. So the volume of 1 mole of oxygen gas as at STP condition, 1 mole of oxygen equal to 22.4 liters at STP. So 1 mole of any gas is equal to 22.4 liters at STP. So see the mole concept by 3 means. Number 1 by mass, gram molecular mass, by particles 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules, by volume it is applicable only for the gases 22.4 liters at STP. For example, 1 mole of oxygen can be calculated by the mass 32 gram, by molecule 6.022 into 10 to the power 23, and by volume 22.4 liter at STP. So we can say in one sentence, 1 mole of any substance, the 1 mole of any substance is always equal to gram molecular mass is always equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 is always equal to 22.4 liter at STP. This is the relationship between the mole, Avogadro number and the masses. You can see here the 1 mole of carbon atom is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon, and it is equal to 12 gram of carbon atoms. You can see the another example. 1 mole of hydrogen atom is equal to the same formula, here 1 gram of hydrogen atom. As like you can see the other examples also. Thank you my dear friends.